Hey everyone, I'm Brian, and you're watching the Builder Plates channel. In this video, I'm going to paint my logo on the front of this press brake attachment that I made for my shop press. So the image that I've cut out of vinyl sheet is I weeded out the negative image of this. So the letters you see in this image should be able to see through there, will end up being the gray color of the basic here, and where the image is not, where it's clear, is going to be the green. So I'm going to put this on here, center it up, and paint my logo onto the front of this. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is I want to get this centered up, this way, and then whatever distance I want it down. But basically center up is what I want to start with. So I'm measuring 11 inches to that image. So I'm going to turn this the other way so I can read it. So that's 11 inches. I'm just going to put a mark at 5.5 with a Sharpie. And this doesn't have to be super exact unless you're really critical. I'm just doing this for example. And the distance here is basically 18.5, so I'm going to come out 9.25 inches from the edge. Will give me that mark. So I'm pretty much centered. Now the other thing I want to do is make sure that I'm down the right distance. So I was going to keep my image about 2 inches down from the top. So let me come up just a little bit to there on this end. Looks about right. Put a piece of tape there, just temporary for now. And we'll put another piece of tape here to hold it. So we know we're 2 inches here and here. Let's make sure we still have our 9.25. We're just over 1/4. We're probably actually just a hair over. So let's just bring, without letting it go anywhere, just kind of slide it over, re-tack it in, and see if we're the 9.25 we want to be. That looks pretty good. Come down our 2 inches. Let's start here at 2 to 4. 2 to 4. Let's pull it up just a hair a bit. And we're where we need to be. So let's push this tape down pretty good so don't move. I'm going to put one more piece of tape here. This is going to form the hinge. So when we go and take off the backing of this, that provides us a hinge. We'll go right back where we want to be each time. So let's get the backing taken off of here. This can be a challenge sometimes for me. Looks like I may have it. Okay. I believe I do have it. Now the goal is never to get your finger on the image you're going to place down, but in this situation, this is just a decal. Or not decal, this is just okay, we'll roll this over. I'm going to hold right here. Take a squeegee, and I'm going to squeegee this all down. Try not to have any wrinkles. The backing paper had wrinkles in it, so that's most of the wrinkles you see. This out of the way. Let's take the transfer paper off now. Just slowly do that. Just take the time taking it off. I see a wrinkle right there, but I could probably work around that wrinkle. Okay, our image is down. For the most part, the letters look good, and this one outline looks good. It's just this blockage here that probably need to work on a little bit. In this situation, I'll just take a squeegee and push that down. For the rest of the image, I'm just going to take some parchment paper, and I'll just work this down real good with the parchment paper. Get that image down really good. The nice thing about parchment paper, nothing really sticks to it. I mean, I could even use the back of this to really hit it hard. Now we have the image is all ready. The next step is the mask area around the stencil to prevent the overspray from getting on this press brake. So I guess about that length. Set that right up to that line. Got another piece about the same length. Got a wire line down here to hit. And two short pieces here. One more piece. Didn't need to be that long, but it is. Set there. Set the tape. Okay, it's ready to be painted. Have my decal all set up, ready to go. The thing that I do is I put a light coat of paint, of spray paint on this. I allow it to set up. This paint dries in about 25 minutes, and it says you can handle it within an hour. And if you wait 2 hours, you have to wait 48 hours before you can recoat it. So I'm going to go around 25 minutes, 20 minutes, and put the second coat on. So I'm just going to put the light coat on it. Start. It's all ready to go. So let me do a test of the spray, make sure the pattern looks good. The pattern looks pretty good. So just start painting it light. Okay, that's good for the first coat. Let that set a little bit. The reason I do that is if you put too much paint on your stencil, the weight of the paint will push down and around the stencil material. So as it is right now, I got a spot here and a spot here that the stencil's pulled away. So I'm probably going to see a little bit of paint wicking under those two areas. But where's it? I've waited about a half an hour, so I'm going to just check and see. Touching this tape on the outside edge, and it feels pretty much dry. So I'm going to put another good coat on top of this. This one I put it a little heavier because I've sealed those edges. Okay, that should be good. I cleaned the nozzle out a little bit. And we'll let that set up. I don't think I'm gonna put any more coats on it. It looks pretty good. We're gonna let it set up. I'll let the paint dry on this for 24 hours now. So I'm gonna start taking this stencil apart. Start with taking the masking paper off first. See what we have. I see a little bit of bleeding right there on past my masking paper, so that's not a good thing. As I suspected, I was going to get some bleeding right in here where their wrinkle was. Let's go around the rest of this perimeter. I don't see anything else. It looks like it bled. There's something here that bled through a little bit. Let's get this outer border off. See how that turned, because I think, like I said, let me start here. I think I have it bled underneath. Try not to damage the paint. Take just the stencil off. There's a little something that went under that wrinkle and in a place there where I wasn't expecting to see it go underneath the masking paper. Let's continue on, get this up under each part. So far the beard turned out pretty good. I scratched the paint right there with the scalpel, not being careful. You looks good. Overall, I'm satisfied on how this stenciled out. If I was using this for something important, I would have taken more time and made sure that the stencil was tight against the image. Everything's pretty good. Doesn't look up very well. Okay, we have a completed image. I think I maybe will just have taken, lightly scrape this little bit of paint here off, because it hasn't fully set up. And the same with down here, I'll scrape that up a little bit. As I said, if this was something that I was doing that I was really concerned, I would have remade this stencil and put it back on again without any crinkles on it. But even so, it didn't turn out too bad in my opinion. So that's the way I use stencils to paint on the images that I want versus making a decal. Thanks for watching. If you like this video or other videos, subscribe, leave comments. I'll try to reply to all the comments. And give me a thumbs up if you like it. Thanks for watching.